It is almost 1 a.m. and I am currently directly across the street from where the shootings at Michigan State occurred. I am 21 years old, and this is the second mass shooting that I have now lived through. 10 years and 2 months ago, I survived the Sandy Hook shooting.
So there's much more to that. Jackie Matthews talking about the experience of having been as a child in a mass shooting and then being there for the shooting at Michigan State University just a couple of days ago. I feel like this is something that we have, speculated about in the past, that because these have become so routine, so common, it's almost certainly going to happen. There had been at one point, I think in Thousand Oaks, there was that shooting where someone who had been at the Mandalay Bay shooting. Now it's a thing that's going to become more common. Students are going to have the experience in elementary school or high school of this horrendous, unimaginable tragedy, and then go on to college and have to experience the same thing, trauma on top of trauma. And my heart goes out, to those students, and there are two, by the way, in this case, as well as, of course, the family and friends and the people who've, for the first time gone through this. But yeah, two students caught up in this had already been involved in another mass shooting. Just horrendous, JR. What do you think?
It's pretty illustrative of what it is that we're seeing here. And it's been long enough that this adult in college now at Michigan State has experienced it as a child in elementary school to start off. And it comes back again, however many years later, 11 years later, it was 2012. 11 years later, then she's dealing with it yet again. And I tried to see more about how these folks are doing whenever someone comes forward and talks about it. I want to see what what is surrounding her and all that. And she's probably had to go dark and privatize all of her things to make sure that now the next step of it isn't then being harassed about that. Because we saw some of the responses that people like Alex Jones had, again with Sandy Hook, and parents, families of those folks that were killed in that. And then so of course the wonder is, will bad people then be coming after me here too? There's so many more levels to this where people get re-traumatized, and she spoke again about the trauma that she's experienced from that and how it's stuck with her ever since, and it's a physical, it's physically affected her as well. And I'm sure people don't think that makes much sense either, because the main thing here is to protect the guns. So when you see this happen over and over and over again, and someone experienced it this many times, it's just like, why are you still talking about this? I just want to shoot someone the next time. The point when we stopped caring about children dying in mass shootings is the point when we lost it. It's never gonna come back from that.
It shouldn't have taken that, but that is definitely true. We're gonna give you just a little bit of the accounting of some of the family members of students who were involved in the second one. But just briefly, there had been another story that we considered covering, and it was, I believe it was almost four right there. Two gentlemen on Newsmax who were saying that Gretchen Whitmer should be impeached because she was too emotional in the wake of this mass shooting. And I just think, man, if you have the capability to not be emotional about this, maybe get the hell out of the news. Maybe your opinion on this isn't needed. If you can hear about this endless train of tragedies and be like, I'm totally fine. I'm just gonna talk about this totally rationally, got no issue whatsoever. No skin in the game, doesn't mean anything to me. It's removed, the news is a game. I'm making tons of money by pretending to care briefly about it. Maybe you don't actually need to be involved in any of this. You know what, I wanna make sure that we get to what Jackie Matthews wants, which is legislation to lower the chance that this sort of thing happens. So let's move to that video now.
The fact that this is the second mass shooting that I have now lived through is incomprehensible. My heart goes out to all the families and the friends of the victims of this Michigan State shooting. But we can no longer just provide love and prayers. It needs to be legislation, it needs to be action. It's not okay. We can no longer allow this to happen. We can no longer be complacent. I'll forever be Sandy Hook strong and forever be Spartan strong.
So again, we're gonna ask all of these kids to be tough, to continue to go to school, to continue to dream of something being done to stop this. And those of us who have been advocating it for a long time are gonna cross our fingers, hold our breath, and look to the state capitals, look to Washington, and just dream. Just dream that maybe there will be something about this mass shooting that will finally break through the shell of not giving a damn that is built up over the course of literally decades.
Yeah, I think we've moved on even from asking politicians what are they going to do about it. So what's the next step? And maybe some people still are, because we know the same answer is absolutely nothing. And how dare you ask me if we're going to do something about children being murdered and students being murdered when they're supposed to be going to class or dining hall or trying to go to sleep or hang out and relax and do that other thing, live. That whole thing. They don't care. They're blatantly open about it now because there's enough people behind them to go, yeah, that's right. F those kids. I hope more are murdered. That's the stance of people who want nothing to do with this. Make sure it's known.
Oh, what a rough. You just want to go to college. You just want to be able to start off your career, and instead, America.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.